Let's just start off by taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out the nose as we welcome ourselves to the practice. The request this afternoon has been for some back bending and back lengthening, so the strengthening and the lengthening. So I'm going to get you to start off on a block on your backs, as most of you are. Just bend your knees in towards you and lift your hips and slide your block sideways underneath your sacrum. Sideways underneath your sacrum. On its flat, medium or high side, you'll choose. You can keep the knees bent or you can lengthen out the legs, opening into the psoas, front of the hip. As we know with our back bending, the back bending starts and is all basically about opening through the front of the body, and it will start at the hips. Ujjayi breath now if you haven't established it yet. Good. You can add on here if you like and hug one of the knees in towards the chest. Leaving your days behind you. Perhaps connecting with an intention for your practice this afternoon. Maybe connected to the reason that you chose to give yourself this time. When you're ready, slowly release and come to the opposite side. Restricting the back of the throat slightly, so you're creating that Ujjayi breath. Brendan, it might feel more comfortable to do some gentle twisting, kind of like where your body's just about to go anyway. You can remove the block. Couple more breaths, yogis, before coming out. Releasing the block, getting it off your mat so it's out of the way. Draw the knees in, cross the ankles, and rock and roll a few times. Welcome back. A few of you have had some time away, off having babies, off traveling around the world. Come on up and over to all fours. Let's bring the wrists beneath the shoulders and knees beneath the hips. And inhale now as we look up towards the ceiling. And exhale out of the mouth. Good. Couple more. Inhale. Good. Starting to loosen up through the spine, encouraging some gentle back bending here. Return to neutral or fours and just rocking the hips from side to side. Perhaps bringing the hips all the way down to one side here. And then encouraging your sit bones back towards the heels, choosing puppy or child's pose to restore, to really connect with your intention. If you didn't create one earlier, then making sure you're doing one now. You can bring the forehead down to the earth here. Feel the arms long if they're reaching out. Shoulders sinking to the floor. Belly pressing into the thighs. It's a fifth element kind of afternoon, Bettina Ray. Good. Reach the hands out in front of you, tuck the toes under, find your way back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Look forwards, and as you inhale, glide yourself to a high plank. And then as you exhale, glide yourself back to downward facing dog. Let's get used to movement with breath, which is vinyasa. Inhale forward, exhale back. Third, final, with the in-breath, you're gliding forward. Exhale back. Right leg towards the sky now, inhale. Knee towards the chin as you exhale. Knee out wide, inhale, and exhale, take it back. Return the foot to the floor, left leg sky high, inhale. Exhale, knee to the chin. Good, inhale it wide. Nice, Patrick. Exhale, lift it, return it. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Look forward, exhale, forward. Bend, brush and reach, nice breathing. Brush the fingers, lift the arms towards the sky. Now a little optional baby back bend. You want to draw the navel in here, engage through the legs and draw the heart towards the ceiling. And then fold forwards. Nice. To the shins, inhale, length. Plant the hands, exhale, step or jump back to a plank position. Your gaze is forwards. Lower the knees to the earth. And exhale all the way to the floor. Elbows brush the body. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Good, and exhale to bring yourself back down to the floor, either using your knees or your plank position. Glide yourself back to down dog. Right leg towards the sky, inhale. Keep the hips square, bend the knee and draw, keep the hips square, bend the knee and draw the heel towards your sit bone. That's it. Now glide yourself forwards and inhale. Arch through the back, nice. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale forwards. You're just coming to a plank. Exhale. Return. Good, and opposite leg, this time lifting through. Left. Bend the knee, draw the heel towards the sit bones. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Good, strength through the core, through the arms. Keep the breath flowing, keep your body moving. Nice. Third and final. Lift it back up towards the sky, but this time press the foot between the hands and work with a low lunge. Good, lower the back knee to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. Leave your hands either at the earth, bring them to the thigh, towards the hips, or lift them towards the sky. Option to add some back bending here. So even if you've got the hands on the hips or on the floor, you can just start to open the heart, draw the shoulders back and down, look forwards or protract the chin and start to take the gaze up. Yogi Street, drawing the right heel, hip towards the earth. Another breath in. And exhale, release the hands, frame the foot. Left leg towards the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, where some of you wanted to go earlier. Open the hip, keep pressing the right heel to the floor. And release left leg. Right leg sky high, breathe it in. Beautiful. Exhale, low lunge. Lower the back knee. Arms as you did last time. Starting to back bend, just drawing the chest skyward. Lovely, Jillian. Reach through the fingertips. Two more breaths. Lovely breathing. Release the hands, frame the front foot, engage the arms, use the core. Right leg sky high, bend the knee, open through the hip. Keep pressing the left heel into the earth. And exhale, return. Bend the knees, look forwards, and a couple of little baby jumps to the top of the mat now. Just some handstand prep, use the core. And you'll find your way at the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen, exhale and fold, bend, brush and reach. Option to back bend here again. Bend the knees, chair pose, hands in at prayer. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Left elbow, right thigh. For twisting, complementing our back bending. For 3, sink the hips a little lower. 2. Arms to the sky, inhale. This is 1, we lift up and come out. And exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Draw the navel in towards you. You turn the chest towards the side of the room, bring the thumbs in at sternum, gaze towards this side or left elbow. So good to have you alone. Another breath in. Good, and lift the arms up towards the sky. Brush the fingers along the floor, exhale out of the mouth. 2 more, inhale. Third and final. Stay low. Interlace the fingers behind you at the sacrum. Release through the shoulders. Lifting the arms overhead. Allowing the head just to hang. Bring some weight into the balls of the feet. Good. Slowly, gently, listening to your body at all times. Bring the hands onto the floor. Plant the hands, bend the knees, and step or jump to the back of your mat. Choose chaturanga or come straight back to downward facing dog. Right leg from down dog. Lifts to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, step it through between the hands into a high lunge. Lift up into the arms. How did you know, Pam? We're bringing the elbows to shoulder height if they're not already. Inhale, open through the heart and the chest. Draw the elbows back. Exhale, close it off. Good. 2 more. Inhale, open. Feel it into the hip. Exhale. Inhale. This time, left elbow underneath the right, eagle arms. Left elbow underneath the right, wrap the arms. Option now to start to lift the arms towards the sky. Back bending, draw the navel in, arching through the back. Chest towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Return. Weight into right leg. Left leg as many steps or 1 step over to eagle pose. Toes either at the floor here, supporting your practice, or bring the foot in behind you. 3. A chance to deepen. Draw the navel in, draw the thighs towards each other and the arms. 2. And then we're going to come up into Lord of the Dance pose. 1. So you're going to release your top leg, fold it behind you, left arm unravels, reaches for the arch of the foot, right arm towards the sky. Here you've got the length with your in-breath. And then exhale and start to tilt yourself forward. Press the foot into the hand. For 3. Catch the knee out in front of you. 2. It's all about opening these hips. Interlace the fingers. Bring the knee right up towards the chest. 1. Step it back. High lunge. Twist. Left elbow, right thigh. For 3. 2. Warrior 2. Bring the left foot down to the earth. Windmill up. Warrior 2. Reach through the fingertips. Bend into the right knee. Right foot faces towards the front of the room. Shoulders down away from the ears. Feel the flow. Left hand to the thigh. Reverse your warrior. Right to the thigh. Yogis, side plank. Windmill the hands. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the hip. Outer blade of left foot, right foot slides back halfway for a modified side plank. Halfway for a modified side plank. Otherwise, stack your right foot on top of your left. Maybe lifting the right leg. Perhaps peace gripping, lifting the big toe towards the sky. For 3. 2. No extra pressure or anything, bettinaray.com. And return the gaze. You choose to flow back, down dog, back, child's pose back before left side, high lunge. Well done. Well done. Well into the warm up by now. Left leg, sky high, inhale. Exhale, step it up, high lunge. Lift into the arms, get strong into the legs, bring the elbows down to shoulder height. Inhale, open. Exhale, close it off. Nice, yogis, inhale. Want to hear the breath. Exhale. Close it off, right arm underneath, left, wrap the arm. Some of you lifting and back bending if you did last time. Slowly return elbows in line with the shoulders. Weight into right, left leg. So you want to continue to draw the navel in. That's working the core here. Stay strong through your ego. 3. Keep drawing the sit bones towards the floor. Awesome breathing. 2. It's there when it counts, right? Top leg up and back. Right hand reaches for the arch. Left to the sky. Good. Through the nose and out the nose. Couple more breaths before hugging the knee in towards the chin. Revolved high lunge, step the right leg back. Hands in at prayer, right elbow, left thigh. Thumbs right in at the sternum. You're up on the ball of the back foot. Drawing the thighs towards each other. 3, 2, windmill, warrior 2. Reach through the fingertips, gaze out over the left hand, lovely shoulders down, away from the ears, much better. Reverse your warrior now, right to the thigh. Three breaths here, and then you'll windmill and find your side plank. Right hand to the floor, right up onto the outer blade of the right foot, left foot slides back halfway, all the way, stacking or lifting. Yogi's timing, yogi's exit, as you come back to child's pose. Remind yourself, it is a Sunday Arvo sesh. I don't have to do everything. Soul Sundays. Nice. From child's pose, we'll just add some opening in through the chest and the shoulders by coming up and bringing the hips over the knees and working to Anahatasana. So you want a melting heart, you bring the hips up over the knees and then walk the hands further out in front of you and then lower the chest to the floor. Maybe the chin or the forehead comes to the earth. Yogis, you get to choose. If you'd like to add on and continue with this heating back bending, we're working up into camel pose. If you prefer to come into something more cooling, yin-like, stretching through the hips and the groins, then bring the forearms beneath you and come into frog pose by taking the knees wide. You might just want to do wide stance child's pose. Flexing through the feet, ankles in line with the knees. So I'm in frog, Bettina's in camel. So draw the pelvis forward, those camels. Pan more pelvis to the front of the room. Beautiful. And we meet back in child's. Good. So as along with our opening and strengthening of the back, it's nice to create space in both sides of the body. So if when we make our way back down to puppy, we're going to reach the arms out in front and walk them over to the left side of the room. Walk the arms all the way to the left side of the room. You can bring your right hand on top of your left. Good. Have you got a couple more millimeters in you? I thought some of you might. Well done. Contract into the left so you feel this into the right. Take a new breath in, expansion. Exhale, opposite side. So you want to feel as though you're still drawing the left sit bone down towards the heel as well. Don't forget that extra millimeter or two. Return the hands back out in front to come to lay on your tummy for some back bending. So bring your belly down onto the floor. You've got options here. We're going to start with locust pose. If you prefer to do something gentle, then just come in and stay in Sphinx pose. Elbows beneath shoulders, hands spread, fingers spread. Good. Some of you working up into locust, reaching the arms out in front of you, or behind, or beside, or interlacing. Maybe lifting the legs up towards the sky as well. Some of you working into bow pose. We're going to do 2 rounds of back bending. So as we come out, we're going to rest the right ear on the mat. Shoulders into the floor, heels roll away from the body. And just resting here. Nice. So use the core wherever you're at. Lovely, Amanda. Through the nose, out the nose. New breath. Either come to the opposite ear if you'd like to continue with this restoring, or come and back bend again. So you might want to repeat or add on, try something different. Lovely. Knees drawing towards one another, those of us in bow pose. Opposite ear as you come back down to the earth. That's it. Heels rolling away from the body so we know we're releasing through the hips. You can even rock the hips from side to hip side. One of my favorite things to do here. That's it. Good. Return your hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and make your way back to downward facing dog. A little bit of fun here now. Remember, we were lifting the right leg towards the sky. We're going to do it again. Lift the right leg towards the sky. Keep the hip square. Bend the knee. Draw the heel towards the sit bone. Look forwards now. Glide forwards to your high plank, but this time see if you can kiss your toe. And return. Return the leg completely. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Bend the knee. Draw it towards you. Hip stay square. Look forwards. Glide forwards. Plank. Kiss. Return. Bend the knees, listen up, bend the knees. Look forwards. We're going to come to a squat. You might want to step your way. You might feel you can jump your way to bring your feet outside your hands. Nice. We can add some back bending here. Left hand reaches behind you, comes to the floor, fingers in towards the front of the room. Right arm lifts to the sky, hips lift. Awesome. Feel the right arm long. Return. Opposite side. Right arm to the floor. Fingers turn in. I'll show you why in a second. Lift the hips. Opposite arm. Feel length through the side body. And return. So yogis, just watch me. The reason that shoulder needs to turn outward is that we need to come all the way into full wheel pose eventually, okay? So if you want to give that a go. So if it's this way, we're not going to be able to get there, okay? So it's got to come right in towards the floor, okay? Shall we? If you've got a full wheel practice, you might find this easy. Even if you want to come halfway and then get back down again. Left hand into the mat. Lift the hips. See, this right arm's going to lift, 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 over. Stay long. You might come all the way around or come to your wheel and make your own way out. Tuck your chin and come out. Woo! Are we having fun yet? Right arm to the floor. Left arm high to the sky. Got to stay long through the side of the body. Awesome. Maybe 360. Bring the hands. Get it. Woo! Bless you. Let's come to stand. Bring the hands back in at prayer. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cross back, forward, forward. Haven't really got a name for it, Bettina. Reach the hands behind you outside the legs. Cross your arms behind your legs and reach right hand for left shin, left hand for right shin. Bang, bang, we all got there. Broaden through the upper back. So this is for the back stretching request. Let your head just hang there, Joe. That's it. Return the hands to the earth. Plant them, bend the knees, step or jump your way to a plank position. Gaze is forward, lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, elbows right in towards the body. Exhale, good. Feet are hip width apart. Make your way back to downward dog so you don't have to adjust them once you come back. Right leg sky high, inhale. Warrior one, step the foot between the hands, lift into the arms. So we're in warrior one, back foot down into the earth. Nice. Bring your hands into prayer now. I like to lift up onto the back ball of the foot and square off the hips for warrior three. So if you want to do that, come up and square it off, and then transfer weight into your right leg. A few add-ons here if you like. You can reach like you did your hand to the arch of the foot, that's the left hand to the arch of the foot, and come into Lord of the Dance. Or you can reach both hands to the foot and press the foot into the hand. Testing our balance and our concentration. This is brain training, remember? 3 breaths. Hug the knee in towards the chin. You've done this. Hug it in. Interlace the fingers. Standing balancing splits. Bring the hands to the floor. Lift the left leg towards the sky. Some of us may turn this into a balance by reaching one or both hands to the back of the calf. 3, 2, left leg finds the back of your mat. Choose to flow back, down dog back, or child's pose back. You know it's going to be a good meditation. You know that. Left side, warrior one. To the sky, inhale. Exhale. Did you do the opposite leg last time? Lift into the arms. Back foot into the floor. Draw the navel in a little bit more. Jillian. How's the resting going? Okay. Good. Bring the hands into prayer. Lift up onto the ball of the back foot. Warrior three. And a little play if you did last time. So first get in, hips stay square. Focus out in front of you. Yeah. Awesome, Sam. Some of us reaching the hand or both hands. So it might be the left arch of the foot. 3. 2. You'll be hugging the knee in towards the chest. Lift it to the sky behind you, standing balancing splits. Some into the full balance. If that's in your range today, just practice an acceptance of exactly where your body is at. Let your head just hang. Good, in your own time, making your way back through your flow. Through downward dog. The child's pose. Nice and slow. Good. Pigeon with an option to back bend. Right leg sky high. Bend the knee, open through the hip, right knee to the right chin, to the right, what's it called? Wrist. Left leg long. And from here, we'll just practice lifting the arms up towards the sky. So keep the right hand on the floor and lift the left arm towards the sky. Nice. See how you need to use the core And then return the hand and swap sides now. Beautiful, and then return the hand. Use the core and maybe just take the hands off the floor. If you feel like you can take them up towards the sky, then by all means. If you want to bring the hands to prayer, bend the elbows, bring them down the back, you can do that. If you want to add on the back foot, do that, or turn to twist. Left hand reaching for the arch of the left foot, either the right hand on the floor, lifting towards the sky, coming overhead, queen or king pigeon. A few breaths wherever you are, and then we'll meet down in our yin restorative cooling pigeon that we know it so well for. And surrender. If you enjoyed the walking the arms from side to side in your puppy, you might enjoy it here as well. If you're needing some shoulder opening, you could add that here. Right arm, left arm reaching underneath you. Right arm reaching towards the back foot. So eventually our wild thing, which is initially a side stretch pose, that turns into a back bend as well. So we're going to slowly make our way together to wild thing from here. So bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under of your back left foot. Lift up onto that left leg. Come onto the outer blade of the foot. Your right leg that's underneath you is going to come behind you, ball of the foot in behind. Left hand to the floor, right arm to the sky. So you're side stretching, you're reaching the hand towards the floor, or you can start to add that back bending and heart opening as you lift the heart towards the sky, looking back towards the front of the room. Good. Yogis will choose their flow back through plank, vinyasa, downward dog, resting and restoring in child's pose before coming to the opposite side. Well done. Through the nose, out the nose. Practice doesn't get easier. Remember, we get stronger. Left side to the sky and inhale. Bend the knee. Exhale, knee to wrist. Right leg long. Hands planting. Right arm sky high. Breathe it in. Exhale, lower. Left. Perhaps both. Chest towards the sky, maybe reaching towards the back foot. Good. Some of us walking hands side to side, some of us in the thread the needle variation. It's all easy from now on in. Just a bit stiff. Yeah, that's why we're all here. We call it a stiff club. Notice if the mind is taking over your practice. Notice your ability to see things come and see it go. Slowly Releasing and coming out. So we worked over to wild thing now. So as you plant your hands into the floor, come up and over onto the ball of the right foot, drop the left foot behind you. Perhaps steering towards back bending. Beautiful sound. Breathing deep. That's it. Flowing back. Come on down. Back to child's pose. Do a wide stance child's pose. And do one last hip opener and one for the back before we make our way down onto the earth completely. So from where you are, wide, come upright. Your knees are still wide. And then just bring the hands, I like to use a fist here behind, and then we'll lift the hips. Length through the spine, chest towards the sky. Protract the chin and take the gaze back. Good, return the gaze. Bring yourself back down to sit. Slide your left leg out in front of you, but keep the right where it is. Left leg out in front of you, keep the right where it is. Then bring the left hand behind you and lift the opposite arm overhead. Side body stretch. Yeah, that's it. Option to back bend as much as you like here, or just keep it as a side stretch and release. Good. Swapping the legs. Right hand behind. Arm lifting, body long. And release. Soles of the feet in together now, knees out wide. Hands to the ankles, inhale long. Exhale, draw the elbows down towards the knees. Closing down your eyes perhaps. Feel the body long. Feel the hips just open in their own time when they're ready, not when you're ready, when they're ready. You can turn your feet towards the sky. Quietening. Lift up to come out. Hands draw the knees back in towards you. And then take the feet wide. You might like to take your strap out and bring it behind your left hip for this bind and hip opener. So you can take your left arm underneath your left leg, and then you'll turn the shoulder inwards. The palm will face the sky, that elbow will fold. The body will lengthen, your right arm will reach back and come into a bind here. This is where you'll use your strap. Right shoulder draws back. That's it, Juanita. I like the variation though. Left arm under this way. This way. That's it. Then it folds back. Yeah, and then this arm comes back. No, this way. This way. Oh, that way. Yeah, shoulder draws back. But I like that way. But no one can do that. Oh, this one's right. I like it. Breathe it in. Exhale, release and come to the opposite side. Right arm is long this time. Shoulder rolls inwards, elbow folds. Body stays long, left arm folds back. Sometimes you'll find you won't need the strap on one of the sides. It's okay. Been favoring one side of the body for some time. Some of us lengthening out the legs, adding hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, you are. Draw this shoulder right back. Lengthen through the spine, through the nose and out the nose. Good. And releasing slowly. Bring the legs back in towards each other. Long. Inhale, lift the arms. Use a strap if you'd like to take it around the balls of the feet and then fold forwards. Draw the navel in. Bend the knees as much as you need for the chest to come to the thighs. So we cool in this yin forward fold. This is actually releasing and stretching out through the lumbar spine. Engaging the legs, use the core even. And then we're going to do very similar to what we did as our very first pose at the start of class, but with the option for some of us to add on into full wheel pose. Bettina's like, what were we doing? You know you're doing yoga when you have no idea of what happened at the start of class. Come on up and lay down on your back. So you can take your time coming down. You can flop yourself down. And then bend the knees and bring the feet in towards you, and then you'll slide the block on either of the 3 heights beneath you. And stay here. You might just prefer to work into gentle bridge pose and bring the hands beneath you and support your practice as you lift the hips without the support of the block. Full wheel if you'd prefer to add on. You've got the strength in the arms with the full chaturanga practice. Good, deep breath, still right up until the end of fish pose that we use that Ujjayi breath. Couple more breaths. Ever so slowly releasing, move the block away from beneath you. Take your legs down long, but hug the knee back in towards the chest, interlace the fingers, right knee. Let's do right knee in towards you. Left leg is long, right knee is in towards you, left leg is long. You got it. Squeeze it in. Take it across the body now for a twist, across the body. Left hand will take it, right arm will release. You can take the gaze to the right if that feels okay. New breath. Releasing slow. Right leg comes down long, left draws in, interlaced. Left wide, right takes a leg. Encouraging the knee down towards the earth, cross the body. Releasing slowly, happy baby pose. Choosing to stay just as you are. Keep drawing the sit bones down towards the floor, so the tailbone all the way down as well, beautiful. Or coming up into an inversion of your choice, maybe taking some wall space, occupying that for legs up the wall. Shoulder stand if that's in your range. More restorative to take the legs up the wall. use the core. Use the core, really try to lift the hips over the shoulders. If you feel comfortable, you're welcome to separate the legs, draw one overhead to the floor, one towards the front of the room. Maybe bend them and work with some splits variations, scissor kicks. You might like to take them wide in bound angle pose, which we did earlier as well, soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Yeah, I'm going to take the legs wide. Oh, adding a little bit of twisting. Yogi's own timing makes their way back down to the mat, locates the block, and this time we place the block beneath the shoulder blades. Flat side or high side, sideways or long ways. Turn the palms to face the sky. A last little bit of back bending, supported though this time by the block. Yep, not too high, left side. Feels good. Okay, good. Turn the palms, lengthen out the legs. Just what the doctor ordered. What the doctor ordered. Got your back bending and lengthening it. Preparations for Shavasana. If you haven't already, come down onto your back. Get yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. Remind yourself this is probably the most vital 10 minutes or so of your weekend, maybe of your week ahead. So empower yourself and give yourself permission to let go. Reflecting on the 50 minutes prior and notice the percentage of time you did spend being present. Perhaps the rest of the time a little scattered, maybe neither here nor there. But that's okay, it's just a time to reflect, observe and to learn. But now, really now, is your time. We start with the most empowering thing we've been gifted with at birth, which is the breath that will eventually heal us. It's a beautiful indicator of exactly where we are at any time of day, any time of our life. Use it to fill your belly. Use it to scan your body for remaining tension. Use it to bring your whole mind and body into a state of complete rest. Allow your face to soften, jaw to relax. Shoulders melting into the earth, palms facing skyward, open. Feel the space between the legs, between the arms, the space between the breaths, the space between the thoughts. And savor in those moments. Allowing the body to rejuvenate, to renew. Nothing left to do. But be. Gently bringing some movement back to the body, fingers, toes, rolling the head, bending the knees, reflecting on your intention you set at the start of class. Rolling to your preferred side. Noticing how you feel now compared to an hour ago, as you start to learn the tools to fill yourself up. When you're ready, coming to an upright, cross-legged seated position. To bring our hands to prayer, to honour this practice in each other, the requests, those that support us along the way. And together we say Namaste.